Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclyn. I don't know why I said it like that. This is not my jungle. My hair looks kind of crazy. It's raining, so I'm glad I didn't like try to blow it out or anything. But hi, if you're not new here, thank you for coming back. My sweatshirt is from Corey over at Rat Trap Artistry on Palm Street. But I am headed to Worcester, and it's rainy and it's nasty, but we're going to the Plant Ward greenhouse, and I am very excited to give you guys a little updated tour, walkthrough tour. Your girl finally got some like wireless microphones so we can mic up Matt and actually hear him talk about his plants. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I've got a 2-hour drive, but then we're gonna be at the greenhouse. So let's go.
Hey plant fam, I'm Matt. This is my wife Kayla. Plant Ward, that's us. So let's take a walk around, Jaclyn, and look at some stuff.
Yeah, this Billy looks epic.
It's pretty, isn't it?
How long have you had that for?
I've had that probably a year and a half, I would say. Maybe a couple years.
How much it cost you?
When I first bought it, the guy was like, it's $200 a leaf. I don't care how many leaves are on it. That's how much it's going to be. So I said, all right, I have to have it. But I wonder, at some point I am going to have to cut it. What do you think a big top cut of that bad boy should go for?
To me, for free.
Right? Why not?
What kind of begonia is that?
Oh man, Kayla, what is this? We just got them.
Sun-changing begonia. It's really pretty. I like the pink.
I feel like begonias are extremely underrated because they really have some amazing foliage.
They do.
You know?
It depends on the type, though.
True.
Ones like that?
Yeah, I got that one too. We were just at a show and I bought those.
I feel like that's something that I, like, borderline might kill it, but maybe not.
Begonia something or another, but it's real pretty.
Persian something.
Let's take a walk around and see some stuff. So everything up front's kind of like my personal table. Plants that were either given to me, plants that I just really like, things that I've had for a while, have grown for a little bit. I kind of absolutely love the yellow flame. Such a pretty plant. If you keep these in pretty high light, they'll go ahead and keep more of the yellow color. But we have them in a, greenhouse that has a shade cloth so they don't burn. But yeah, that's one of my faves. One of Kayla's faves. It's her variegated Christmas cactus.
I love it.
Isn't that so pretty?
And I have a little piece of it at home and it's growing. It's so cute.
Ew, that's awesome. What else we have cooking over here? One of our liner trays had a Jaclyn that was pretty much all minty. Pretty plant. It was only one or two, I believe, in the tray that looked like that. We got, this is Philodendron Princess Taffy, for anybody who doesn't know. It's a plant back in 2021, 2022. That's when White Princess was a plant that was actually worth cutting and propagating when they were pretty expensive.
That was a fun time.
It was a fun time. So throughout all the props that I did in the greenhouse, I found one of the offshoots came out with some yellow variegation within the leaves. And I decided, I did tons of research. There wasn't a single one in the United States then when we were doing that work with it. And so I applied for a plant patent and we got it. We got it granted. So it's Philodendron Princess Taffy. Basically White Princess with yellow variegation.
What was the patent process like?
So the patent process, I used a gentleman down in Florida. He's actually one of the patent guys for the state of Florida for their plants. Basically, I had to have 3 consecutive cuttings of the plant to show that it was stable. After I did get the plant stabilized, every single cutting was stable, I had to send him the plant. He has a special color chart that he goes through and he, categorizes all the different colors on the foliage. He takes a series of photos of it. Then he applies for the patent. Once that is done, it was probably about a 6-month process or so. Once we got the patent, we have it now and we're basically working on propagating the plant. So we have that plant. This was the original plant, which is, as you can see, we use it as a mother. You know, we'll just basically cut, and it looks like this original plant has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 growth points activated with that cut. Oh, and there's one back there, so 6.
Nice.
Yeah, so
beautiful.
It is pretty neat.
I don't really even like philodendron that much, but
that one's pretty,
I like
huh?
that one, yeah.
Yeah. This was my mother plant of a Syriana Hawaiian form that I just have been cutting.
I saw some in a greenhouse recently, but they didn't like specify
what they were,
where they came from.
Typically, any ones that you're going to see are going to be the Brazilian form. So they are a little different. This one originally had come from Hawaii, so it's a Hawaiian form. And that plant has been cut so many times. And then over here, there's a few that we basically do. We take some big, beautiful top cuts.
I know, I was like, why am I going to buy one from this random greenhouse when I would rather just get one from you?
Yeah, and you can know what it is. I mean, right now they are tissue culturing the Syriana, but it is either the Mexican form or the Brazilian form. We're not really sure just yet.
I wonder what the difference is.
I'd have to see the other ones and grow them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty. Can't go wrong with an elbow.
Right.
All right, what else is over here?
Throughout and in here,
the cute little things.
Cute. Oh yeah.
I love them so much. I want to keep them alive. I just got another pitcher plant, so we'll see how that goes.
Do it. You can keep it alive.
Yeah, they're super freaking cute.
On that one.
I love it.
Really pretty.
So they have lots of inventory and stuff over here as well, you guys. Tons of like Anthurium. Look at all the Anthurium. As far as the eye can see.
Oh, these are crazy, aren't they?
Yeah.
These are mother baskets. Every time I want to cut them and make a stock of them, somebody offers to buy a cutting, so I sell the cutting. And but super, super pretty. And then I think I got a couple of the outside variegated Alba marginata, as it's called.
They're just so cute.
They are nice. We got a couple of baskets of Adansonii that we cut from and grow.
You know what I want to see, though.
Yeah, I know what you want to see. So let's just scoot over there.
Also, love that you guys moved the koi pond. In case you guys didn't know, they used to have a retail store here in Worcester, Massachusetts, but they are still selling out of the greenhouse on Palm Street. And you guys are just taking appointments too, right? For people to come in here if they want to?
Anybody who wants to come shopping, you're more than welcome to reach out to us on Instagram, and you're more than welcome to come take a look around, and we can figure out a time for that too.
For sure.
They're a little hungry.
They think they're getting fed.
Yeah, they do. So, Anthuriums. I know that that's what you're into, Jaclyn. So let's go over some of my mother stock, what we do in regards to breeding and all that fun stuff. Don't mind the top. The top is all mother stock of Monstera albo, so they don't look their best, you know, because they're mothers. This one here is an import that was done a long time ago. This is from Indonesia, and it's a pap, but it's got a really nice little red sinus on it.
It's not velvety.
It's not velvety. It's like a sub-velvet, but it's real pretty. So it's some sort of pap hybrid, and it gets really long, but I just really liked it. So I figured, why not grow it and try to make some babies with it or cross it with something. But
it's cute.
Super pretty plant. Then I'm getting a lot into variegated Anthurium lately. It's not an inexpensive plant to get into for sure, but I want to be able to offer them to people and get them growing. So
I like that one. It's pink.
Oh, right here? Yeah, that's so pretty. So that's an Ace of Spade crystal crossed with a Pap Carla. Absolutely gorgeous.
Wow.
Super, super nice. And then this is actually the mother to that plant right there. This is a Ace of Spade crossed with crystal. So you can tell it's got a lot of Ace of Spade to it, but then it kind of like, you got some silver, which is going to be your crystal, things like that.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. What's that one?
This one here?
Yeah.
This one is, believe it or not, I bought that Anthurium and this Anthurium at the same exact time.
Oh, wow.
And this one we knew, it had closed sinus, so this one was a Forgetti crossed with a Pap. And then the lady I got this from says, oh, I have this one, its sinuses weren't fused. It obviously had less leaves on it. And she says, that's just a, you know, pure pap. And I said, okay, cool. And then a few leaves out, it's actually the same exact plant. So either way,
Yeah,
which
they're
will be
both
good because
beautiful.
I can cross them and do some stuff. Look at how nice. This one has an offset.
Yeah, that's insane. That's the first thing I noticed when I walked in here today.
That leaf or the
Just that plant in
plant.
general, yeah.
It is stunning. I love it. And I just crossed it. I put Carla 5x10 on it. That's going to be pretty exciting to see.
That's going to be epic. What's
Right.
that one?
This is just a crystal. I think it may be a crystal crossed with like silver blush because it's got some real wide veins of silver. It's real pretty.
So much variety in crystallinum.
There is. Look at this one right here. This is a SKG gray. This is from Bill.
Oh wow, nice.
Isn't how pretty that is? This one went just to a straight chunk, and I brought it back, which I'm happy about. Because I don't think you can get that plant anymore. That's the Ace of Spades. That's pure Ace of Spades.
My fave.
It's so pretty. Here's another red vein dark phoenix crossed with a dress. More of like a minty variegation.
Yeah, but look at her cute veins.
They are cute.
They don't show, it doesn't pick up on camera, but they're pink.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, not the subtle like pinks and reds in the veins never really pick up on camera, right? It's really frustrating.
Yeah, this one is like being minty. I'm not as much of a fan of the mint variegation as I am more something like that.
Obviously.
You know?
Yeah.
But they'll make great, you know, they'll make great seedlings. This is a Anthurium Blood Moon from Australia, which I believe is a Hoffmani cross. I'm not 100% sure though.
Got a cute little pink butthole.
Right? This one I bought on Palm Street. It was just a variegated pap, but kind of minty, but it real pretty. I don't know if you can see how nice that is.
Yeah, I love that. It's hard to pick up on the variegation. There you go. I love the shape of it.
It is. The shape's really cool. A couple other ones we got in here, just a, you know, regular bird's nest type. And then this one I'm pretty excited about. This is a Tim's Black. So if you guys know what a Tim's Black looks like, it's just like, it's huge. The leaves get absolutely giant. And realistically, no matter what light you kind of put the Tim's Black in, I feel like they're always like very dark. So real pretty plant. But that one's from seed. So we'll get that one growing. Cunha, absolutely horrible plant to grow.
I hate her so much.
I can only keep 2 leaves on it.
I love her because she's beautiful, but I hate her because she's such a pain in the butt. She lives in just a plastic bin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably where this one should live, and I'd probably have more leaves on it, but...
I thought it died, and then I went in there one day, and a leaf popped out. I was like, oh, all right.
That's
this is why you don't throw out your Anthurium chunks.
No, that's for sure. This one here is the bunny, right?
Yeah, and look, that new leaf looks freaking blue.
Aren't those insane?
Such a sucker for when they do that.
I have a few crosses.
That's why I love a Bessier hybrid, right? Because it's Spider Bess.
Yeah, Spider Bess.
RLFS bunny.
Yep.
If you guys buy from either one of us on Palm Street, you probably bought
a hybrid.
One of those babies. I think the first night you crossed it with. Yeah.
I did a cross with the first night. This is the pure pap, so we have a lot of crosses with this plant. What happens with these Anthuriums is I've bred these a lot, and this is the first time. It's been about 6-8 months that I haven't done anything with them because I need them to kind of...
They need a break.
They need a break.
They'll start losing all their leaves if you do too much.
They will, for sure. Because they pull the nutrients right from the leaf to form their berries. Look at this one.
Oh my god.
Isn't that amazing?
Is that a King of Spades hybrid?
It is. King of Spades butterfly.
Holy shit.
Really pretty.
I love it when they butterfly the veins like that.
So nice. This is really funky. This was sold to me as a Vitorifolium crossed with Forgetti. I don't know if I believe it. I don't really know.
On the front end bit? I'm not sure I'm buying it. But
no.
That's fascinating if it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I can definitely see the Forgetti because you got a closed sinus.
For sure.
But Vitorifolium?
I love green on green though.
Right? You don't really see Anthuriums kind of green on green.
Mine, I have a few that will every once in a while, but it's not consistent.
Really? What do we got cooking back here? That's my Ace of Spades pap right there. Real pretty plant. I like to, when they put offsets, the plant is pretty popular and I have somebody interested in it, like I would sell the offset. But for the most part, I like to just let them grow out.
Yeah.
Let them get big because then I can just breed with them.
Absolutely.
Here's another one. This is the silver chrome.
So obsessed with her.
This one also really only likes to hang on to about 3-4 leaves at most. And then it just sheds off the lower ones.
Mine grows really slow.
Does it?
Same as like Doriaki. Because like, isn't it just like a super silver Doriaki?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Silver chrome, it can be Doriaki that is kind of gone all silver. It can be a hybrid with like silver blush, just something to get all that silver.
Yeah.
And, you know, I
actually found one in a grocery store.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. This one I just selfed right here, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if it'll take. Oh, there's some pollen.
That's a good one to self, though.
Yeah, it is, right? Super, super pretty. This is the GY Pap hanging out back. This plant I absolutely love. This is the FSRL. Stunning, stunning plant. One of my favorites.
You can't go wrong.
I have some crosses with that as well, and they are just absolutely stunning. We'll definitely peek at a few of those.
Does she have any like solid lineage on her?
This one came from Grant.
Oh, nice.
And this was an offset from his original FSRL.
You can tell the veins are colorful. Usually they're not.
Yeah, that one has got some great. Did I pollinate this one? I did. I put 5x10 pollen on that.
Oh my god, you put Carla on her?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm gonna need one of those.
I got that pollen from my buddy Steve. His 5x10.
That's one of my favorite crosses in my collection. I have one, but they always come out different because the parents are different plants.
True.
So.
This is another King of Spades.
So freaking pretty.
This is like, when we bring things in from overseas, I'll look at a few of them and I'm like, whoa, that's got great characteristics. So I'll hang on to it.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Like pick through the batch for cool stuff.
Well, that's what makes the breeding, you know, awesome, because we can breed these plants and then offer them up to everybody with the genetics that we like. So this is another one. I can only keep 2 leaves on my NSE dress. Right here. What did I put on this one? Oh, I put King of Spades Butterfly, and it looks like it took.
Oh, nice.
What is that going to look like?
I have no idea. Some cool veins, hopefully.
Right?
Yeah.
And extremely dark.
For sure.
This one, what do we got? This is, what did I put on?
Bebep.
Is that what it says, Bebep? No, this is
that's not.
This is another King of Spades.
Shit.
So you can see some differences, but believe it or not, when the King of Spades like this gets this size, they do start getting a little longer and they change quite a bit.
Yeah.
And look at that. That definitely took too.
King of Spades X Bebep. That's going to be nuts.
That is going to be pretty cool.
Absolutely insane.
Oh, here's the 5x10 right here. Love that plant. I can't remember which one died, the 5 or the 10.
I don't know.
Yeah, one of them, the reason these are so sought after is because I think it was one of the last crosses done with either the 5 or the 10 that had died. So that's why these are pretty sought after. Look at this one. So this is a cross from overseas. It's an FSRL cross with a Indo Portale. So super nice plant. It came in with this leaf was still hardening off, and since I've had it, it's put out this leaf. But I buy some plants just for their genetic looks and what I think they're going to cross with what I have and make fantastic hybrids. It's got an offset too, hanging out in there.
Love that leaf shape.
Super nice.
I'm a sucker for like a wide sinus.
Yeah, oh, I love it. Oh, if you're gonna like
guy
wide
over there.
This one?
Dorito port.
This is the Dorito port from Scott.
Holy guacamole.
Look at this. This is one of the...
Camera doesn't do her justice. She's literally black. She's almost the color of your shirt.
Right?
Literally.
Can you tell?
And like almost totally flat. It's insane.
Nice. Look at the new leaves.
Absolutely insane.
Wild. Oh, and it's got an offset in there too.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So that's absolutely stunning. This plant in the back is another King of Spades. This plant and I have gone through some stuff, let me tell you. So this was an original import along with this one. And this one was in a pot overseas, and I said, well, I really want some large mother plants. Will you, you know, sell me some? So he showed me this one, and he showed me this one. In their greenhouse in Indonesia, this plant was actually buried in the ground. They take a lot of their mother plants in their greenhouse structures and just plant them right in the ground, and they grow great there. So I said, will you sell me that one? And he goes, I guess we can. So he did, and because it was taken out of the ground in their greenhouse, they basically, it didn't like it. And it lost absolutely every single leaf. It lost all of its roots. It was just a chunk. So I took
it from the ground in Indonesia and brought it to Massachusetts.
Yeah. But in the ground of their greenhouse. It wasn't like a poached plant.
No, I know. You know what I just mean environmentally.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely...
It's a shocker.
Yeah.
Right? So...
It's shocking for anybody if they have to move to Massachusetts.
That is true. So I put it in straight perlite, and it is finally coming back. But it was one of the nicest King of Spades.
I mean, I love the color in the veins.
So pretty.
Don't usually see that.
No. Here's another just random cross. I don't really know if I did this one or where it really came from, but this is a BVEP cross with RG dress. Super pretty plant. And then...
So velvety.
We get over to the most expensive Anthurium I personally have ever purchased, which is the SP Nove DF.
Oh, shoot.
And this plant is a division from Paul Marcellini's original. And that's the newest leaf out right now. So
It's huge.
These are very expensive. They're not into tissue culture as of right now, because I think a lot of people that have these kind of want to keep it like that. And
but even if they do, they don't come out the same.
They do not. No, this is...
There's no guarantee that any of them will even look like that.
That's true.
Look at all the Michelles in the big box stores. I have yet to see one that's actually pink.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of differences in them.
Yeah, it's weird.
For sure. This is you actually bought the offset of this.
I did.
This is the Woohoo's First Night. And I don't know if you guys remember, or Jaclyn, if you remember, when we were on a Palm Street Live, let's see, what's it say? I pollinated this plant live.
Yeah.
Palm Street Live pollination. And I told everybody that was in that live, you know, hey, all right, you know, we'll give you a discount if you did want to purchase one because you guys witnessed it. But look at that inflow.
Holy crap, that's huge.
That took every single spot of that inflow.
You're gonna have so many seeds, you're not gonna know what to do with them all.
Right? That one will probably produce 300 to 400 or so. Yeah.
That's insane.
I love it.
She's gorgeous though, and she's like from Brian, right?
That's from Brian, yeah.
Over at Woohoo Tropicals.
So just gorgeous.
It looks a lot like his OG, original.
Yeah.
And when you put them side by side, I don't know if it is a clone or if it's just like a selfing that he did. But
that's a good question. I don't know.
It looks very similar to his original, so I'd be curious.
Stunning.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that.
Holy guacamole.
So that's a clary. This one came in on an import with probably 100 clarinervium, and I was like, whoa, that one looks really cool.
Yeah.
So I kept it. It crashed. It went to nothing. And now it's finally looking good.
That leaf is so dark.
Isn't it pretty?
I've never seen one like that before.
I do love it.
This is why I always tell people you never know. I'll just get random crystallinum because of their characteristics.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, look at this crystal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have one that's not far off from that. As it got bigger, it got rounder.
Did it? Okay.
But it started out like that, and I was like, oh snap, because I love a dark daggery leaf.
So this one's a little different. It kind of had some round leaves, and now it's going more
I'm
long
curious
and
to see how it
This was a tissue culture one.
To mature. That's fascinating.
So again, I pulled it to the side and was like, whoa, it was the only one that looked like this.
That was a Carla would be insane.
Oh, that would look really good.
It would just enhance all the features.
That would be wild, actually.
Yeah.
What else?
Because it almost looks like if you lied to somebody and said that was a Carla, they might believe you.
Right?
They might believe you.
They definitely might. What do we got sitting right here? So this is a Regardens form. This came from Scott. Pap Regardens form crossed with Leland Delta. So super long.
So is that like a Leland Miano, but like more triangle shaped, I guess?
Yeah.
Because they always be giving them these names. I've got ones with like Leland Dagger, so I'm just assuming it was a Leland Miano that just came out
Most
longer,
likely.
more daggery.
Yeah. Oh, what's this guy sitting right here? So this is one of the Ace of Spades crossed with NSE dress. That's one of my hybrids I did. This is another hybrid, not a hybrid, a selfing I did
so
of my
cute.
Thai Ruby. 2 years took me to get these things from pollination to actually this size.
That's crazy.
It is. That's why I'm like, I probably won't do that again. But I might. Who knows? This is one of the silver chrome crossed with the GY pap.
That thing is weird.
This one?
Yeah.
This is really cool. So this plant is the SKG gray crossed with mag.
Look at that leaf. It's coming in like curly.
That's what the SKG gray kind of does. It does that, and then look at how it grows too. Kind of miserable.
Wonky.
Look at it.
She's wonky. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
They drive me crazy when they do that.
The mother plant to this one, I just cut all the top off it completely, and it's just a chunk sitting over there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you need to stop that, because every leaf that comes out, like, I gotta dissect all this to get that leaf to actually unfurl looking nice.
I have one that does that. I don't know why.
Yeah. Plants will be plants. What else we got cooking?
That's the Thai.
This is the
Crystal
Thai Crystal Mag, ex Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
So this
really
had come from Brian Wu as well, as a little tiny baby. And grown up now. Oh, here's another Cunha. Look, I got one with 3 leaves.
Oh, wow. Look at you go.
I know, huh? This is another Ace of Spade X NSE dress. They're going to be so nice.
I know, that's why I kept all of them.
What do you think of that?
That's gorgeous.
So that is one of my first nights crossed with the best spider.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It came out like that?
It did.
The one I held back was nothing like that.
Really?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. This is
Mine's like almost belate.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the only one out of that batch that looks like this. What else we got cooking? This is a round XRA1 from my buddy Steve.
B-Veps, B-Veppin'.
B-Veps, B-Veppin', yeah. New leaf coming.
Mine always looks like trash.
He said, smooches, Stevie.
That's cute. I like this port rotundatum. That one's really cool.
This is really nice. This, where did this come from? This is a, I think this is a fall plant because of the stick. I think so. I can't remember this particular one. This is really neat. I just wanted to really see what this does when it's older, because I think it's going to be pretty epic.
Yeah, I mean, if the leaves continue to stay long and skinny like that, especially if they get longer, that'd be dope.
It would be. Red Vein Dark Phoenix.
An actual red vein Dark Phoenix with red veins.
Yep. This one's finicky, though. It's a little funky to grow. What I've noticed is a lot of pure plants are very difficult to kind of grow.
They can be.
They can be,
They
for sure.
The more velvety ones, at least, in my experience.
Look at this
like
bad boy.
Bessier. Love her to death. She's a pain in my ass.
Pain, right? So isn't that pretty? This is the port,
Carla
right?
port?
Yeah, Carla port. That came from Scott as a little seedling.
That's gorgeous.
One of my faves.
A normal Clarinervium.
Yeah. But it was really cool. This is actually the mother to that one. Kayla's like wanted one at home, so she's like, "Can you take those offsets off?" And I was like, "Sure." I just threw them both.
Heart-shaped they are. They're so cute.
So pretty, but pollinating them just takes forever. A lot of them end up selfing themselves before people can cross them. So you end up with a lot of just people think they did a cross with the clary, and they wait almost 2 years to figure it out that it actually just selfed itself.
Yep.
But here's an NSC port crossed with Ralph Lyman, Fort Sherman. Cool plant. I think someone had just sent that to me to...
It's going to get way cooler probably as it gets bigger.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just, that thing is beautiful.
What do we got hiding up here? Just the straight up locks. Believe it or not, I only have taken pollen off of that plant and used it in crosses. I've never actually been able to use that one as a mother.
Well, who has time for that?
You know?
I'm like afraid the plant is going to die in the time that it takes for it to produce anything.
True. That is true.
And it's one of the slowest growing ones that I have. So I don't know if I have the patience to have Lux on the front end.
Yeah, that, believe it or
It
not,
takes over.
it does. That one is, I've had for quite a while, 2-3 years. And I've had a lot of these other Anthurium for the same time, and they're like double the size.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I just got a big one. I was like, I don't have time to wait for you to get big.
Right. So I got, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Steve's Leaves, but they went ahead and did a live sale of ungerminated seeds of Amelia's Delight, which is a crazy looking Anthurium. It's like spaghetti, but with red, like sinus and veins. Well, I ended up buying, I got 3 of them.
Nice.
So we'll let those grow up and do their thing. What do we got cooking over here? So this is my Mr. Worldwide crossed with RLFS. I bought this because I absolutely loved, I'm like, Mr. Worldwide, that's going to have some awesome wide sinus.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, RLFS, right? I mean, who wouldn't? So I got that
wide sinus and great color.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Tons of offsets in there. I just repotted it. What did I do? It looks like I pollinated it. With what? King of Spades butterfly.
Oh, shit.
What's that going to look like?
I don't know. You were probably like, let's find out.
Let's find out.
Put 2 opposite things together and see what happens.
Right? Oh, and then look at this. I got a, this is the Zara Michelle.
Yeah.
And
she's literally pink.
It got kind of half, you know, pollinated, but I actually took the pollen from that one and put it on here.
She's got some berry.
She's got some.
It looks funny when they're
Look at those leaves.
Like yeah.
How crazy are those?
Saying, like the tissue culture ones, just they don't have this color.
This was not a,
I mean, granted, it's got Zara in it too, so it's like a double whammy. But yours is, that's nice.
This is, I got this from one of the IAS shows, and it was before they were TC'd.
Yeah, but I have a Michelle Zara, and like, it's so nice.
They are pretty. It's a real pretty plant.
It's such a hardy plant too. Like, I don't think people realize the leaves are like really robust and thick.
Oh, they're thick. They're almost like cardboard.
Yeah, it's weird.
And that's so pretty, guys. So this is a pure, this came from Grant Abadal as well. That's a BVEP, and it's the Roundex Felix F1.
This is like a whole different language to some people, you know?
Yeah. But, I mean, look at that. Just like, it's like a reddish maroon copper.
That's gorgeous.
I don't even know. This one was in timeout for a little bit because
it's a BVEP?
Yeah. No, and some bugs thought it was a good little snack.
Yeah.
So
I've got some spider mites right now. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah. But it's, hey, now she's coming back and she's doing her thing. What else do we got cooking over here? So this is the Thai Ruby. So it's a bird's nest type. So actually, here's a perfect example of the Thai Ruby being different than your typical bird's nest. All the new leaves on the Thai Ruby come out with a white minty variegation, and then it turns red, pinkish red, when it hardens off. So this plant is actually a pretty expensive plant. This originally had come from Bill down in Florida.
So pretty. It's like almost camo, but with pink.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Which I enjoy.
What do we got cooking over here? We got some variegated pterodactyls. This, I want to say, is, I know it's not a velvet leaf, but it's probably one of my favorite, like, variegated and shaped leaf plant.
Really
They're just so cool. Another one that takes a good 1.5 years to produce berries. It's just this, they're a lot of work and a lot of time on these, and that's why they're holding their value, you know?
Those things are huge.
Oh, is that a, yep, I didn't even notice that one back there. So these, I self this one, and these will turn orange like a pumpkin, and then they'll fall off, and that's how you know those ones are ready. I think there's another little stack. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, holy shit. Look at that.
They're so big.
These are a solid, probably 1.5 years in.
That's crazy.
You know?
It's insane that the plant even can hold onto it for that long.
Right? And imagine waiting 1.5 years, and then they're just like, oh, no, we're not going to do it.
Like over a year. Like, you can't imagine, you're a man, but like.
True.
Imagine just being pregnant for a whole 1.5 years.
Sounds like a lot of work. Oh, look, here's another one. So, you know, kind of a little bit of a a lower color one, but that, when it comes to breeding Anthurium, believe it or not, if you're doing it in a greenhouse setting, if you have an Anthurium that has low color and you pollinate it or you self it, whatever it is, you have no idea the seeds that are produced can have great color. It doesn't necessarily, like, for us, growing this plant is much faster to grow a more, like, lower variegated, and you can get seeds a lot faster. We got a lot of my forgetty crosses. It's kind of this guy hiding in back, which is just a really weird one. Some of my crystal crosses, or this is the crystal mother, which is just huge. I've cut this plant, so many leaves off of that.
I don't even know what to do with mine. It's so big.
They get big and they get big quick, you know. Here's another one of the SKG Gray crossed with Mag. Super pretty.
Super silver.
Awesome. One of Kayla's
My
favorites.
I doubt mine will ever be this nice, but...
You never know. This didn't have a ton of color when we found it either.
No.
No.
This plant is the reason why I've been looking for a variegated bird of paradise for the last like 3 years.
This was just a random one.
First time I came in here and saw that, I was like, I need one.
Yeah. They used to be available a long time ago. People could find them and they were selling them, but now they've like
People
fallen
find
off
them in
the
like
face.
Walmart and Lowe's and stuff randomly, but it's not like they're not being sold as like variegated. So I'm assuming mine's just sport, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what it does. That was in a 6-inch pot. There were 3 plants in the pot, and that was just one of them. And it was just the smallest one, which is typical.
That's how I found mine. Oh my gosh, the Wendling Green.
Yeah, look at that, huh?
The curly bloom is so cute. Holy crap.
Its newest leaf I accidentally broke off.
It happens.
I was like, what are you going to do? Look at all the pollen falling everywhere.
I just love their little curly flowers.
Super pretty. Super cool.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know what Monstera dubia actually start to fenestrate.
Right. They lose their silver.
Right?
I actually like them better when they're small.
Oh, I do too. They lose all the silver, like you said, and just all that fun stuff.
They're cute though.
Right?
Some Hoya.
Some more mother stuff. This is the SKG Red Crystal.
Are these your holdbacks?
Yeah.
They got big.
Yeah.
Look at the color.
Isn't the color crazy?
I gotta show you a picture of mine. It's super silver, kind of like this one, honestly.
Oh, that's still really pretty though. That's why I kept one that was kind of silver, one that was keeping red.
That leaf color is just insane.
But look at when they first come out. They're pretty much like cherry, black, red.
I hope mine starts doing that.
Right?
Some more like
then we grow a bunch of stuff from liner trays. You know, we bring things in. This one's a brand new hybrid called Philodendron Balanium. It's a cross between a Billy and a Pastazanum.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be a really cool one. Kind of new to the market. Some Anthurium Rad Rock, some Green Unicorn. Just more starters throughout.
Hoya back there. Some cute Pandorata. I gotta snag one of those Pandorata silvers before I leave today.
Look up there. I have a mother basket of Pandorata silver.
Oh my gosh. Okay, then I don't feel bad.
No.
You take one of those. Some Queen of Hearts.
Yep, Queen of Hearts.
I gotta show them that flowering.
All over there.
Yeah.
You want to go do it now?
That is so freaking pretty. Just show you guys some of the crosses that are for sale over here. I am obsessed with that one, the FSRL PAP GY.
This here?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Does that got some X's on it? Hold back?
Probably. Yeah. I stole one from the batch a couple times ago before you were able to write hold back on it.
There you go. There's a few in here I haven't gone through to do that. But
I know. I did one last time. I was like, you need to keep this.
Like this one.
Yeah. They're just so good.
Yeah.
Some of them are literally already ready to flower.
Oh, yeah. They're just so pretty. This might be...
So maybe he'll sell some and not keep them all.
Yeah, I need to. So we have like a lot of customers send us photos of plants that they bought from us as seedlings, and I'm like, wow, thanks, Matt. I sold every one of those. You know, like these are just real stunning. Noid, right there.
Did you just lose the tag?
Yeah. Or it like was watering and the tag like flew out. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Look at how cool these are actually starting to look. This is more of the first night.
Yeah. Okay, I'm letting Matt take a break, you guys, and I wanted to show you some Hoya, like this compacta, but he's also not like a Hoya head like us. So look at these compacta blooms. Aren't they so stinking cute? Hoya carnosa compacta. You guys know I have a love-hate relationship with this plant, but when it's big and beautiful like this, it's big and beautiful. It's a rainy day, so it's not that bright in here, but we've got a ton of Hoya. If you guys are interested in like the names of any of these, just leave me a timestamp and a description of the plant and I will help you out. Like these cutie calistophylas here. We've got some silver moons. These little bovada leaves. Adorbs. And this is like their inventory, what's available to buy, you guys. They do Palm Street Lives. Purple Sword variegated, and if you are in the Worcester area and you want to just come shop, you can reach out to them on Instagram and make an appointment to come shop the greenhouse, which is kind of epic. Some of these Wilbur Graves, these are from Thailand, so they're like a little skinnier. Lots of Polynura in here, cute little rotundifloras. I just want to make sure I gave you guys a good look at the Hoya as well. This Retusa is massive. Look at her. Absolutely stunning. Some cute fungi hiding in here. Suzy Q. Variegated Bertonier. These look like Endauensis. Yeah. Super cute. They've got some Insularis back here. I snagged one of these last time. This is called Ceropagia sandersonii. So it is related to the string of hearts, Ceropagia. But it's really cute. I think it looks like ivy, but like a wax plant ivy. And they call it a parachute plant because this is what their blooms look like. They're really freaking weird. They're really cool though. And then she's got a really nice long Ripsalis paradoxa over here. But just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a peek at some of their inventory as well. So again, if there's anything you have questions about, just let me know. Variegated chia pence. Super cute. Okay, fam, so that is it for the greenhouse here at the Plant Ward in Worcester, Massachusetts. So thank you so much, Matthew, for showing us around your beautiful plants, and Kayla too. She was very, very helpful. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And is there anything you want to add before this video is over?
Give it a thumbs up.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe and give us a follow on Palm Street if you don't already. We do live shows, and I think that's about it, really.
Yeah, I'll leave everything that you guys need to know linked down below. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. And I also hope that I see you in the next one.
Bye.